This is a new character for Eddie's and Gary's comics. Eddie created him, and I just worked on it to make it look a little bit more comic ready. I forgot the name of him though. It's like, I think he named him Violator, but that's been taken, so we have to come up with something else. But he's like a mercenary or vigilante type guy, where he can go in and fight real well, and he has a lot of weapons, or he has some weapons, and very fast. And you can see by the mask and everything how it'll give him enhanced vision, kind of like that. Stuff like that's always done. It's like nothing's ever really new, but like the Predator has all that enhanced vision stuff on his mask and everything, where he can see. So took a page out of that book in designing this character and everything, but try to make him look cool and scary at the same time, and he does look that way. So hopefully it'll get create a story for it sometime. So there's so many different characters out now and everything, but it'll take a little bit of time to come up with a story for him. But Eddie has such an imagination. It's really cool working with him. Everything. I haven't seen him in a little bit, but I keep these pictures, and every time I get one done, I send them to him on his phone, and he writes back and says cool, he loves it. So just all the different designs. I mean, I add little different things to it from what he's first started out to make it look, and continue on from there, making something different with it. But just a second, let me I'll get his picture to show you. Okay, here's what Eddie did, and so I took it and changed it just a little bit to create this character over here. So see, he has a great imagination. He comes up with so many different things, and it's like an amalgam of different things he's seen before, and this is what he came up with. That's really cool. Kind of like a Cylon, if you know Battlestar Galactica a little bit. And I changed the shape of these back here. I just made them more maybe like gun handles or something. Maybe it could be like laser beams. And I put some different detail in here to, if I can see it. You might need some more light, but I put different detail in it so it would, there it is. So I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be able to do, but it's going to be some type of cannon guns or something like that, and also something where he can possibly fly with. We'll see. But like I said, he had named him Violator, but we have to change the name because that's a character for Spawn, for Todd McFarlane's comic books. It's been around for years. But he comes up with like hundreds of characters. I'm sure he's got at least 100 of them. But and he just names them right on the spot. I've seen him do it. He'll create something, say this is the name of the character, and if it's something different, we can leave it alone. But if it's something that's similar to something, or like Violator, we have to change it. But I'm sure there's so many different names we can come up with. We'll have to figure out like the origin, the name of the character, the height, the weight, just like Marvel does on its little index cards and different stuff that they come up with, the fact files to explain who the character is and where he came from, or she came from. And because he has female characters too, and he has monster characters and aquatic characters in the water and stuff like that. So we'll come up with a bunch of different characters and possibly make a team. You know, Suicide Squad is out right now. It's been around for years, but they finally made a live action movie, so that's popular. But like the Justice League has been around for a long time, so he has characters that are like that. So we'll see what we can do and what we'll come up with to finalize everything, and then hopefully one day get a published book together. But like I said, I put in the little details on the suits and how I designed the character's armor And this is it right here. So come around here with this and make this little pouch that he has on the side of his bag. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to do, but you know, it's getting a little blurry, so let me see if I can get a little bit of light where it'll help. Let's see. Yeah, that'll help a little bit. But let's see, and then these things here, some type of strap that's on his leg. I just try to make a uniform design for it, and to go on the wrist, the side of the leg, or not the wrist, but the forearm, the side of the leg, and his boots. And you can see what he did here, and I can see like what I did here, just on his belt. So, but hopefully, as it goes on, like I said, I like the color scheme that he has. I'll work with that. I just got to get, I did the inking in it, but now I got to get the colors done, and I think the design on the boots and everything, I wanted to come up with something different, and the shine and stuff like that. Like I said, the little details here, I got to hold the camera correctly, the little detail on the tread of the boot, and put it over here, and on this side here. And like I said, it's just a cool coloring system how he did it. I like it, what colors he picked. But at making my characters, these are kind of more cartoony. Like, let's see, you got one head here, and 2, 3, like 3.5 heads tall. Some are taller than other ones, but I make them a little big like that, and kind of like just more cartoonier instead of more realistic. Like I did something earlier of some of these characters that are a little bit more realistic in proportions, but for some reason I felt like I wanted to make it a more of a cartoony version. But I think I'll do both. Eventually I'll work it out where I'll do both. But like here, like you see, I did with the eye. I made it like it's, he made it like red here, and it'll be a white eye in the center there, moving around like kind of like a Cylon. But it'll give him vision, like on the side. You can see on the side of his helmet, it'll be to see peripherally, and I'm not sure about behind, but it'll be to see on the side and in the front, and everything. And this will glow. I put this on here so it glows because he's got it like it's a part of the costume. But I thought it might be kind of cool if it glows, and it'd be some type of sensor system for him. And these will be shiny on the back here, these guns here, and maybe the gloves will be a little shinier, but the rest of it may be a flat color. Like I try to keep it uniform, like the trunks, his gloves, and his boots, just like Eddie has over here. The gloves are purple or blue, but I'm thinking I'm going to make them red, like he has his boots and his trunks and the visor and his screen in the background here. But keep it a little uniform and make his gloves red as well, and make that blue or purple like he has. And this back here will probably either it'll be gold or silver or some type of metal with the energy inside of there being red or something like that. But just for the most part, it's mostly done, designed, and I just mostly we got to come up with now. I have to get with Eddie, which I've been trying to do for a while. It takes a lot of time, and they've been very busy with Eddie's run, which is today, and everything. But hopefully I can get with him and talk about the characters. I've been wanting to do that for a while, like I said, and talk about the characters and see like basic details about them, and then come up with histories for them all. And then with that, it makes it easier to write about them, where they're going, what they're going to do, about what their relationships are with other people. I don't want to like have anything that's like copied off of Deathstroke the Terminator or Deadpool, any vigilante character like that, or mercenary character like that with guns and stuff. try to make up your own stuff, but some things are probably gonna be similar, but just with the violence and stuff like that. But you want to have your own unique take on how who the character is. I mean, you think about your own life, or your friends, or people that you know, or different stories. If you have people that in your family that were in the military, or if they were a policeman or something like that, the different things they come across, or a fireman, because Eddie has a lot of fireman characters too, which I can show you later. But hopefully we'll be able to do this and do a poster or a coloring book or comic book activity book, which is easier to do. But doing a comic book takes a lot of time and creativeness, which I gotta try to get, because I want to get this done, because Eddie is such a cool kid that we're working with. He's a cool young man. So you see here, I'll do my little shines. I erase a little bit here, and then I put a little circle on it. It makes it look like it's shining, like I did over here on the ink. A little shine, just a little touch like that. Let's see. And what I've been doing is doing 3 parts of. I'll show the front view, I'll show a side view, and I'll show the rear view of the character. And I've been doing that with a few of them. This is another one that I'm doing. I got to get this one done here, but that's him. But I'll show you, like, this is like the front, side, and back views of his characters. That Exer, that's one of his main characters. You can see he's even huger, has an even huger head, because I made him more 3 heads tall. But a more realistic version will probably work for later. But he's got guns, and Eddie designed all of these different characters, and like I said, I put a little different spin on them, or added more detail on certain areas. But basically they're all exactly the way Eddie designed them. But you can see here front, side, and back. So if I ever wanted to create like clay models of them, or action figures, or have somebody make up plush dolls of them, these would be little cute versions of them, because they have stuff like that that's out now. But hopefully like I said, we can do a color activity book for kids and for adults, just to collect if they want it. Because right now they're doing that with Marvel and DC anyway. They're making coloring books. They do it with Harry Potter, a coloring book of all the different characters and different stories. They'll do an actual comic book and make a coloring book out of it, which is cool. But see, that's his fireman character. I was a firefighter for about 15 years, so I know a lot about fires and what we did to put out fires. Driving a truck, I drove for about 8 years, so this would be very cool. He's a cool character. Here's a robotic character here. He created, most of them looks almost exactly the way Eddie drew them. So these are his alien villains, and one of his main villains here is the bad guy, General Khan, front, side, and back. So, but that's it for the video today. I got to get something where I can hold the camera better, so you can see me doing more drawing. I did this without filming it, but I just did this one today. This has been sitting for a little bit. I've been doing so many of them, but I drew the front picture of them, and then I'll jump to another one. You can see like that one that I did, and I'll draw the side now. But hopefully I can get all of it done and show you the finished product later on. But see, this is like what Eddie's done, and this is what I did. So you can see how cool he is. Like I said, an awesome imagination. I have a great imagination as well, and it's awesome to be able to work on somebody else's stuff and get it done for them. But thank you for watching, and let me know what you want to see. And like I said, hopefully I can get something where I can have a GoPro or something like that, so I've been told, that can film over my shoulder, and I can show you everything from start to finish, how I pencil drawings, everything, and make up my characters and stuff, and work on other people's characters. But thank you for watching. Like I said, have a great night. Peace out.